So again, this is the I.S.U.P.K, again coming out of 125th Street, Harlem, New York, again under Commanding General YAHANNA. You know, we have been teaching this truth since 1969. To our blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and these names are just by names that was, you know, put on us by our oppressors.
I.S.U.P.K.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it post it. You see me, they like, ooh, chemo shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to boast shit. They see me, they like, ooh, chemo shopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right.
And the people that we call our oppressors is the people them that are over us right now in this, you know, time, right? Who you would look at, you know, as you say, the East Indians, the Chinese, you know, the so-called white man. These are our oppressors, the Syrians. And this is why now we always bring these reminders, you know, to our brothers and sisters, right? So again, we are out here in the streets of Port of Spain bringing this message again to our brothers and sisters, you know, to come back to these law, statutes, and commandments, to come back to your records, to come back to your history, right? So, let me go to the book of Deuteronomy, right?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, and verse 27. And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and you shall be left few in numbers among the heathen, right? Whether the Lord shall lead you.
Right? Again, so now we are in the book of Deuteronomy, and you know, as the brother, you know, has been bringing out, you know, all these laws still apply today. The laws of God are not done away with. And your Christian pastor in these religious organizations, these churches and them, keep on telling you that God laws are done away with. God laws are not done away with. His laws still stand today. And this is why now when you look at the condition of the black, Hispanics, and Native Indian, you would see that the state that they are in.
That's right.
They are in a low state. They are in poverty. They are in need of help. They are in need of want of all things. And these are written in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28. So you can open that Bible that has thus on it and turn to Deuteronomy 28, and you're going to see that the Lord make mention of this to Moses, that these curses will come upon thee and overtake we if we don't adhere to these law, statutes, and commandments. And this is why reading out our records or history. And the Bible is a historical book which belongs to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are not to go into the Bhagavad Gita. We are not to go into the Quran. We are not to go into the Chinese Buddha book. These books are not, does not belong to us, but the Bible, which is our history book, recorded to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, or by name, the children of Israel, who are the 12 tribes, the seed of Jacob, which everybody know, Jacob's name became Israel. So that's why when you see us out on these street corners, you know, talking about we are Israelites, we are the Israelites because now our father named Jacob, our father was changed to Israel, right?
That's right.
Go ahead.
28. Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 28. And there you shall serve other gods, the work of men, hands, wood and stone.
Right. And what we're seeing happening here now, we as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians serving other gods, wood and stone. The wood represents the Christian church or the cross, and the stone represent the Kaaba or the Mecca stone, which is, you know, Islam. Look at our brothers in prison. The first time they know that they enter into prison, they are converted into Islam. Because why? We, as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, have, you know, served all these gods, all these nations, as, you know, as head over us. Because why? We have turned away from the laws of God. We have turned away from following the laws that the Most High set for us, which is statutes, which could guide us. It's commandments, which is a covering for us. And these laws and them will protect us from, you know, harming our brothers, harming our sisters. And this is why now when we read in the book of Deuteronomy, we are reading, you know, out of our records. And Moses now, again, with the instructions of the Most High, you know, bringing this and leaving this reminder where, you know, the I.S.U.P.K or the men, the priests and prophets will come out on the streets of Port of Spain and wherever, you know, through the four corners of the earth, whether it be North, South or Central America, bringing this message to our black, Hispanics and Native Indian brothers and sisters, right? Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 29. But if from thence thou shalt seek the Most High, thy power, thou shalt find him. If thou seek him with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Right, and listen, this is very important now, because now, yes. So we're reading out of our records. Now the Most High telling us, or the instructions that Moses get, you know, how are we going to seek the Most High? How are we going to seek him out? Through this Bible. The Bible belongs to us. The Bible is our history book. This is how we're going to seek him. And how are we going to seek him?
With all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Right.
Verse 30.
Right. So we're going to seek him out with all our heart and with all our soul. So a lot of people would hear the word heart. And again, this is a black man conversation. So now it is not literally a heart. Now when you're reading the scriptures now, you're going to tell you your heart is your mind. It's your thought process, your thinking process now. So you now seeking out the Most High now, in your mind now, trying to find, you know, what really went wrong. You know, why it is, you know, as we say, some of us grow up and we see our grandparents or our grandfather or grandmother turn into the east and, you know, praying. What is this? Who they are praying to? Because why? Because we are not in our own homeland. Right now we are in our captivity, and our captivity is here in Trinidad, in Silos, in John, in Lavantil. You know, wherever we are, in the bayou, in the reservation, our Native Indian brothers who they took and pushed in the reservation in Arima. Our Hispanics brothers who, you know, who came across here, who have been traversing to and fro from Venezuela for over, you know, the last 400 years or even way before, you know, all these slave masters and them came here. They were traversing to and fro. So why it is now, you know, they are looked upon, you know, as we say, as pests, as cockroaches. Just as the same names that is called our black brothers and sisters, they call them as that. You know, check it out. They are the children of Israel. They are these 12 tribes. They are the ones who have been pushed to the bottom of society because of one thing, because of the disobedient and not following the laws of God. But notice, the Most High always set his love upon us. And this is why now, when we now read, if you seek him with your whole heart and your soul, go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 29. But if from thence thou seek the Most High power, thou shalt find him.
Right? And this is how you're going to find him.
If thou seek him with all thy heart and with all thy soul. Verse 30. When thou art in tribulation.
Right? And where we are right now, all of us are in tribulations because now we have been tried in this country, in Trinidad and Tobago. Whether it be financially, or physically, or spiritually, we have been tried in all our tribulations. Go ahead.
And all these things are upon thee, even in the latter days, if thou turn to the Most High thy power, and shalt be obedient unto his voice.
Right? And where we are now, we are in the latter days. Because now when we look around us, we are seeing this place falling. And what all the heathen is trying to do is make a cover up and pass smiley face. You know, just as we say, we might turn on, you say, the internet or whatever, you see a smiley face. All they are trying to do is put a smiley face or to just win you over, but that is just a distraction. But this place is falling. This society is falling. It is going down. And this is why now we are on the street corners. We are bringing the reminder to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Go ahead.
Verse 31. For the Most High thy power is a merciful power. He will forsake thee, neither destroy thee, nor forget the covenant of thy fathers, which he has swear unto them.
Right? And when you see brothers out here in the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA, the Most High did not forget us. Because now his covenant still stands, and this is why we are out on the corners. Because we are the example. Young black men on the street corners in Port of Spain, bringing this news to reach out to our brothers and sisters, to remind them that these laws of God are not done away with. Right? Go to the Deuteronomy, same, turn to 5 and 6. Right? Again, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, again, This is your history. The Bible is your history. Is your constitution. Is your guide. You know, to bring you back home, right? And it's high time, as the scripture say, that we wake up or we get out of our sleep, right? Time to stop sleeping and to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse 6. I am the Most High thy power, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Right, and the word Egypt is synonymous to the word bondage, because the Most High is the one who brought us out of captivity. And when you go back and you read in the book again, Exodus, when you read Moses, who Moses led out of captivity or led out of the land of Egypt was the Israelites. And this is who you are, by birth. So no other nation could come and say that they are Israelites, because this is a bloodline. The people who we are speaking out here today too is of a bloodline, is a royal people, a chosen people, a special people unto the Lord. Because why? The Most High chose us to be over all these other races of people.
Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?